I've seen several reviews for this, so I just wanted to see if it can handle this wood pile right here. It says it handles up to 1.5 diameter, and I know some of these are bigger than that, so it's not going to handle all of it, but I just want to show you the size of this pile. And there's a birthday card right there. So yeah, it's a pretty big pile. We cleared out the brush over there. You can see there's a bunch of brush gone. It's all right here, so I'm not going to do any of the during. I'm just going to do before and after and let you know how it all worked out. So here's the after. I'd say it took about, I want to say like 12 to 14 hours. But if you divide it up into little chunks, it's not so bad. I mean, they were going to charge like a minimum of $400 to come out here and collect all of these limbs. You can see that there's still some that I just need to rake up and put over here, but here's the mulch pile that it made. It doesn't look that big, but it's pretty big. I thought I saw somewhere that it said it would grind things down to like 1/14 of the normal volume. I'd say that's probably about right, but I don't know. That mulch pile doesn't look that big, but man, it took a lot of doing to get that. You can see there's little twigs and stuff, pine needles and stuff, little twigs that pass through. Granted, some of the stuff down here is just where they fell while I was holding them, but so it does a pretty good job of chipping it up. It's not like ground down into a powder or anything, but police sirens. 1 second. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it, and I'll just show you that it still works. Basically, if you can't get it in that hole there, it's not going to grind it up, which is obvious, I guess. But there are bigger pieces like this, bigger chunks where it branches off. See how it branches off into two different places where it gets wide, and it won't go in there. So I just cut those. I use this a lot. Here's a Harbor Freight item that I'm not too pleased with. I don't think I abused it. I did, extend it all the way, and I mean, I've had hedge clippers in the past that were nearly indestructible, but as you can see, that wasn't. I'll show you. So here's some of the stuff that I couldn't get it to grind, but it's not all of this. Like, I would say this was maybe half full before I started that pile, and now it's like overflowing. And this was not in the pile. So, and there's plenty of it that I actually threw in the woods, but I would say at least 80% of it by volume, I was able to chip. It was just the bigger branches I wasn't. So, and I sharpened the blade once, and honestly, I probably didn't do that great of a job sharpening it. You can just flip the blade around, and it has a new edge on that side, so that's what I would do. I definitely recommend it, though. It's $130 or so. It's a lot of work, I guess, but it definitely beats having to pay a $400 minimum to have somebody come out. And I mean, it finished this job, which you saw that was a huge wood pile, and it's still going strong. So I'm pretty happy with it. You just have to baby it. If the motor starts to slow down and stuff, you have to just don't cramp, don't force anything down in there. I saw some people in the comments. One person in the comments said that it just jammed up. They put something in and just jammed up. The motor stopped. Well, yeah, you have to have some troubleshooting skills. No offense to that person, but you got to have some common sense. You got to take this thing down here, unscrew it, and lift it up and inspect what's going on and free up whatever is on the blade there, and you might have to press this to reset it. If you press it a few times, reset it, and just have some basic troubleshooting skills, and don't abuse the thing, and if you're having trouble getting something to go in, you might have to twist it, you might have to wiggle it, you might have to bend it back and forth to get it to go in, if it's bigger. But I feel like that should fall under common sense and like basic troubleshooting skills. So if you have that, and you don't want to pay $400 to you know, have somebody come out with a real chipper, you can use this thing and it'll get the job done. So I'm very happy with the purchase.